Hey guys, welcome back to P3D. New aircraft. Well, not new aircraft. New livery for the aircraft. We've only done one flight in this aircraft, which is the Flyby. And, yeah, it's looking alright. In the Air Seychelles livery. We are currently at Seychelles International Airport as well. And we are doing the Air Seychelles flight from here off to Praslin Airport. And our flight number today is Air Seychelles 3452. And most other flights that have been going on have been about 13 minutes long. So hopefully our flight's 13 minutes long too. It's not really a long flight. This is going to be a two-parter, this series. And so the first flight, or the first part, will be going off to Praslin. The second part will be going back. And 2 videos in 2 days. So the next video will be out tomorrow. Open now. So, let's go and get some doors open. We're going to get the passenger door and the rear cargo door open, like so. As you can see, this open now, like so. And let's go inside the cockpit. And it's nice and cold and dark state. Let's go and get the aircraft set up. So first of all, make sure everything's checked. So parking brake is set. Let's go and get rid of those control locks. Make sure the control locks are now free. Not control locks, but the actual controls are free. And yeah, it's looking good. Let's go and get some. Make sure up here is alright. We're gonna make sure the position, no smoking, and fasten seatbelt signs are on as we turn on the batteries and the GC master. You can see it powering up there. So. Generators are not needed until most of the stuff up there is actually not needed until engines have started up. The massive floodlights, do not want to mess with them. Do not stare at them at standby. I'm just going to set these all up. Not that one. This is the on one for that, and this one. Nice. See, it's already set here. Our little flight. We can get the range out. This is the range. You can just see it if I can zoom out all the way. It's a bit hard. Apparently there's no menu or anything, so I can't change the way the view happens. Yeah, it's always going to be track up instead of what's it called, north up. That's it. Obviously it's north up. Right, make sure the volume's up. Let's just keep it off. We're not actually using anything for now. I think it's a Qatar Airways A320 just over there. You can see the tail as well of that aircraft. And let's go and get this flight on the way. This is my 4th time trying to record this flight, actually. 3 times have failed because I've just forgotten how to fly the aircraft. Hopefully this 4th one time lucky. And so let's set our altitude for our cruise today, which should be at 5,000 feet, and make sure our nav and looking at heading on, because we don't want to at 310. Don't want to go on the nav straight away after takeoff. So that's all set. So we're just going to do heading for takeoff straight away. Then I'm going to get the nav. I need to make sure I know how to fly the autopilot as well. Not fly it, the autopilot does the flying, but how to activate it, because I did try to do it in the second time recording. Well, if I had a clip for you, you'll be bursting your eye, like, I don't know, you're laughing so hard. Like the aircraft's like doing loop-the-loops and everything. I wasn't even doing anything, that's just the autopilot. Make sure that is armed, which it is, on the ELT that is, and make sure up here we've got armed on the emergency lights as well. So let's go and get the engine started. So on the left, the fuel can come in along with the fuel pumps can go on. And that's the boost pumps. And shall we start number right now? I'm going to set down the flaps down to 10. And trim is set for takeoff. I don't actually know where the trim is configured. Obviously it's somewhere around, I don't know actually where it is. Down here actually. There's the trim. You can see it moving. I'm going to get the takeoff. TO, apparently that's takeoff, but to the right. So we can get that to the right a bit. That's a takeoff, finally. And so let's go and release the parking brakes. Let's get us taxiing. Gonna bring in the power. Gonna let go of the left and bring in a bit of the right. Make sure the left one doesn't go into beta range. Okay, let's bring the full left on the rudder just to spin us all the way around. There's no Air Seychelles aircraft down here at the moment, sadly enough. And we're going to get onto the taxiway and go on to Bravo, and then we're going to take off pretty much. We don't actually need a long runway to take off in this aircraft. Let's make sure the auto feathers is on, and that's pretty much set for takeoff. Let's go and set the taxi lights on as well, as long as it's anti-collision. The taxi line's just about here. You can just see it in view there, and we're pretty much good to go. With the generators on as well, bleed airs can come on. Strobe lights don't need to come on just yet, so we're good. But a little bit more power to get us going. That lovely view. Yeah, so this isn't going to have any cuts, I don't think, in terms of like the cuts in the cruise. It's only a 13-minute flight and cruising at 5,000 feet. When I say cruising, yeah, it's not really a cruise, is it? A bit more power. This aircraft needs power. Hey, there we go. Right, what's that say? Doors. Okie dokie. I would think that you guys are probably looking at that, shouting at me. And I'm literally not stopping the recording now because I'm not doing a fifth time of trying to record this flight. The doors can just be opened for our little taxi here. Right, we're on the runway now, so let's go and make sure the strobe lights are on as we just line up here. And no one saw what just happened, did they? No, they didn't. Make sure the MDA, I don't know why, I just click that. Minimum decision height. Make sure we've got some power. About there. The runway isn't actually too short, so we don't have to go all the way down. It's pretty long actually. We don't actually need to go that far for our takeoff today. Just gonna do a quick fast taxi down here, and then I'm going to spin around and we'll get going. So we can see flaps 10 is set, and it's going to go and reduce the power, get some beta range in here. Slow ourselves down. Let's move the props here a bit more. There we go. Look at those juicy powerful engines. There we go. And we'll spin around here. Oh, it stopped because apparently the torque is pushing us backwards. There we go. Just had to switch it around. Right. We've pretty much lined up. Well, not really. Pretty much lined up, I say. Right, altitude, I don't know why that's on. I don't need that for now. Heading is set for our takeoff. Batteries are on. Landing lights are now on. Engines are set for takeoff. Generators are on. All the lights are on. We need... This taxi light can actually come off now. Pitot heat's on. We don't need any of that. The strobe lights are on, bleeds are on, that's all good. We don't need any of these bad boys. The mixed lights are armed. These aren't activated. Like I said, that's on number 1. And I have just done the glitch that currently occurs in Chaseplane. I literally can't get out of this view. I gotta click that and then resume back in, and we're back in to my views. Right. So let's bring in a bit of power here. Let's line up. And let's get going. So, there are literally no warnings, which is good for our takeoff. As you can see, we're actually already in the air. So it's going to get rid of some power here. Don't need that much power. And let's get the nav activated. Heading off, and the GPS can come on. Currently autopilot is disconnected. That's fine for now. Autopilot is now activated, so we're going to go to the right, and we're going to get lined up with the what's it called? The line is what I like to call it. You know, just the line. So now takeoff has been executed, and pretty much good there. Let's get rid of that, and just going to bring this left, just back to normal, as the takeoff has been executed. Right. After takeoff, flaps are up, auto feather is now off, climb power is set, yaw damper on, nose wheel steering is centered like we just did, and signs and landing lights. Right, landing lights are now off, and flaps are coming up. That's good. Successful takeoff. Gonna keep the IAS, which is just pretty much meaning we're gonna hold our pitch here. So we're gonna hold it at pretty much nearly 2,000. Gonna bring this up a little bit actually. Or not, maybe not, I can't do that. Okay. Just gonna keep climbing up to 5,000 feet, and we'll be in Praslin soon, which is just around here. The cloud is in the way of the island. So this is passing 3,000 feet there. It's going to bring a bit more power actually. Let's get some more speed, which is in that little white zone there. Let's just try and get out of it. And that actually will make us climb a bit faster actually. Let's go a bit full power actually. So that's 1,000 feet before let's just reduce a bit more power. 1,000 feet until we hit our desired altitude. So obviously the aircraft's going bumping up and down, trying to adjust to the speed. Let's hit the altitude button, and that'll just hold us at the altitude that we want it to hold us at, which is just there. Right, there we go. And it's just going to adjust. Trim's coming down currently. What I'm going to do is disconnect the autopilot for now, so we can just get the aircraft to hold at 5,000 feet. Let's bring the nose down a bit, so we can just send a bit, and so we're going to get a hold of it there, and then we can get the autopilot back on. Right, not actually descending though. We're in the clouds. Let's get that range up as well. Let's take a long look where we are. And still holding at 5,100 feet. Just descend aircraft, please. Descend. There we go. Autopilot can now come back on. So this is going to hold us at 5,000 feet. Just going to adjust the trim slightly. Going to bring the feathering down as well. Almost back to feather. And this is going to control everything here, the T5 and torque, pressure, and the prop RPM. And so this is all going to change the fuel flow. So we'll get that as low as possible. That's what we want. And you can see Praslin over here. And at that airport as well, we'll be landing on, I think, runway, I don't know what actually, I think it's runway 33 is the airport runway's there? Yeah, 33. Well, that's according to Active Sky, that is. Might not actually be that in real life. Might have changed or something to 34, but we will see. Go get some more power into the engines here. We're going to keep the feathering down a bit. Let's get some speed on us. Look at that. Lovely view. Just sea and clouds. That's what we like to see. Oh, land. Lovely land. More land. Let's zoom in a bit more. Only. Right, this isn't actually downloading for me. There we go, now we are downloading. Right, the only thing that we have for this airport is at runway 3. No, we don't. Right. Let's get landing. So we need to go to Savvy. There's something called Savvy at 2,500 feet, which we are going to do. This is currently an RNAV approach, so we don't actually have ILS to land on, or localize or anything. So it's just an RNAV approach. Don't know if you can enter it in here at all or anything, because it's just a simple one which you'd normally just. There we go. Select approach in FSPP. Telling us to set other things. Let's go in heading mode here, and let's bring heading to the right of us, to the east, and a bit down a bit like that. And can we select an approach? Select approach. FSPP. Are we able to do anything? Are these approaches currently? I have no idea. That's something. Activate approach. Just gonna activate the approach. Can I select activate approach? I cannot. Okay, I don't think this is actually working properly that well. So just gonna use this. Yeah. So I don't know if you heard me in the last video. But I think it's the last video. I don't know if I explained it or not. If I click F, it just zooms me in. This is called binoculars mode. I can just zoom in, which is really nice. This can get descended as well. Let's keep the barrier reference to 111. What is it at Praslin? 111. Nice. And let's set this down to 2,500. Well, not bad. Let's reduce some power here. That'll get us descending. And some nose wheel down. Nose down, please. I'm not doing anything. Well, I have everything else is at heading. Autopilot off. There we go. The nose is all the way down to the ground. Let's just try not to do anything bad. And so we're going to line up the runway. Which we just do know what we can just fly out ourselves. It's telling us to set the ABS. Let's clear that up. So that's no island there. It's currently got a peak altitude of 1,093 feet. Pretty cool. And also going around altitude. Let's just do. Well, let's just do like 2,000 for now. So the runway is just on that island there. This island here, sorry. Just poking there, it's just that long there. And hopefully these videos aren't going to be too boring for you. Okay, let's go and check out the checklist. And make sure we've got everything set. Altimeters, yeah, let's go. The landing lights, not landing lights, the fasten seatbelt signs are all on. Landing lights are now on. Let's straighten up here so we can line up the runway. That'll be at a heading of 334. I think that's already lined up actually. Nice. Don't know why it has, but hey. Is that actually lined up? No, it hasn't. Right, let's bring this nose down. We need to get descending. There we go. So, yeah, I think you can see the runway a bit better. Binoculars. There you go, there's a runway. And let's start on our left turn. at that. Let's go and get cinematic mode going as we just do a little left turn here. Yeah, I don't know why the cinematic mode, it's just zoomed out a bit too much, I'd say. Don't like it. Right, I'm just passing 2,900 feet, or 3,000 feet pretty much. And according to Navigraph charts, I'll just line this up pretty well. It's going to straighten out a little bit here. And make sure the prop feathers are now all the way to the forward. And your damper will come off as well. So your damper off. Passengers have been warned, but told they need to be good. And let's get in line with the runway. Yeah, I think I overshot that a little bit too much actually. Let's go and get a nice little view. Yeah, I think I overshot that a little bit too much. Yeah, actually the missed approach altitude is 2,500 feet. There we go, got some of it loading in, so a little bit black textures there. Let's go and set the flaps soon. Let's get some speed as we come down into this airport. Don't want to land a bit too slow for now. That's a lovely view on the left wing there. Nice. Yeah, let's go and line up here. Try and get a perfect lining up. Yeah, that's alright. Let's go flaps 20. So that's coming down. You can see the little indicator on the right, well, the centre, whatever that is called, just over here. We are just a bit high. Let's bring this nose down. Trying to line it up very well. What is the runway length here? (1,400 meters). Let's try and land the 747 at airport. Maybe not. Right, so we just passed maneuvers and we are continue, which is good to go. And let's get the rest of the flaps out. No, let's keep it at flaps 30 for landing today. Try and get the pappies back to 2 whites, 2 reds. There's one of the reds, and next red will be coming in soon. There we go. And if there's a third red, we know we're descending to a bit too fast. So that's how we can just adjust things to our liking here. Let's make sure we're not going too slow. Looking at our speed, don't want to drop out of the sky. So this is actually pretty good scenery by FS Development Group. They made there's loads of airports that have just been made here with the Seychelles package. And apparently I'm not on the Pappy lights anymore, but I feel like I am. I got a bit of FPS drops. Right, coming in. Idle throttle. Right, we're touchdown. We are on the ground. And let's get some reverses out. Make sure we're past 30 knots, like so. In come the reverses. Make sure the torque doesn't make us go backwards, like that. Come on. There we go. Right. That was what we liked. That was a good landing. And the FPS doesn't get I don't know, it's not amazing currently at this airport. Don't know why. There's probably a lot of scenery around here. It's probably loading in a lot of stuff. There we go, FPS is back, probably loading in some crazy stuff. Let's bring the nose, spin it all the way around. We're not going all the way down to the bottom. And let's go back to the terminal, or whatever that thing is. And let's go and get rid of the autopilot stuff. Good landing, I'd say. Right, flaps up. So this is the end of the part 1, pretty much. Part 2 will be tomorrow for you guys. Pretty much the same hour for me. But I'll see you soon. In 24 hours. I'm just going to go park over at the terminal. I'm just going to end the video then. I'm going to shut down everything as well. Apparently there is actually some arrivals to come into this airport. Oh no, not arrivals. SID, sorry. Not any stars, just SIDs out of the airport, which is cool. We can use a SID for our departure. So there's this very small terminal. And land lights now come off, and strobe light as well, and tax lights on. Yeah, we only just fit on the taxiway. And let's just go and park up. They pretty much just park anywhere they want at this airport. It's pretty much just like, yeah, it's literally just park anywhere you want airport, really. I want to park here. See? Passed. Right, let's go and shut the engine down. Engines, not engine. And along with the batteries and everything else, so that can come off. And let's get everything off. So generators off. Make sure we just click the actual button. Anti-collision light. Position come off, no smoking, fasten seatbelts, taxi light can now come off, pitot heats off, bleed airs, those come off now, the emergency lights can be disarmed, lots more things to do, after boost and the forward boost can come off now. Successful. Shut down. And there we go, forgot to set the T-gas to on, but hey, don't know if you heard that noise or anything. Just me setting caps lock. Thought I didn't set it, but I just didn't mean to do anything. So yeah, welcome to Praslin, the part 1 of this mini series, and welcome to Praslin. It says right there. I think it's French. Ne des Palm. And yeah, animated flag there. I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye.